You're listening to the Thriving Mindfully podcast. I'm Ananda Leeke, your Thriving Mindfully coach and podcast host. I'm also an artist, an author, a human design doula, and an interfaith reverend. The Thriving Mindfully podcast is a heart-centered, digital sacred space that I created to inspire and empower you to be present, well, and the real you. Tune into the latest conversation I've been having with myself and others about nurturing, transforming, and celebrating our lives, relationships, and career. I'm sitting in my kitchen thinking about this phrase, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself, what does it mean? When you hear the phrase prepare yourself, what does that mean? For me, when I think of prepare myself, I go immediately to taking steps to get ready. To get ready for a new season, to get ready for a new chapter in my life, to get ready to move forward on something, to dive deeper into living, to start a new year. I know for the folks that I work with in my wellness company and in the Thriving Mindfully Academy, we are focused on this theme of prepare yourself during the month of February and March and the dates that go with the Pisces season. We use the astrological calendar to help guide us in how we take care of ourselves. We start our new year officially with the March Equinox, which is the beginning of the astrological new year in Aries. Now, I know that we've got a number of different new years. We've got the Gregorian calendar, which is the new year that begins on January 1st. We've got the Chinese New Year, the Korean New Year, and the Lunar New Year. We also have different cultures that have New Year's throughout our calendar. And one of the things that I invite you to do is to look at how you can prepare for your new year, your new moment, your new month, your new week, your new experiences, your next chapter, your new season, whatever that means. You don't always have to have a date attached to your new time. So prepare yourself. What can you do to prepare yourself? Well, the first thing I think of is to make sure that you have a self-care practice in place. No matter what season, what month, what year, what week, what moment that is new, that is coming up for you, that is inviting you to get ready to move forward, taking great care of yourself is essential. Why? Because newness brings new opportunities. And some of those opportunities can be challenging. And the best way to show up for ourselves is to make sure that we have a self-care practice. So, at the Thriving Mindfully Academy and in the work that I do with my wellness company clients, I encourage folks to follow the seasons, the wisdom of the seasons. You can use Chinese medicine, traditional Chinese medicine seasons, and I'll talk about a little bit about that in a few. You can use the astrological calendar. You can use Ayurveda. You can use yoga practices to guide you. You can use the wisdom of nature that comes in different cultural practices or spiritual practices, but you get what I'm going for. Find a system, a practice that resonates with you to help prepare yourself, to give yourself some grounding and some tips and resources on how to take care of yourself as you move forward. That's part of the preparation, is making sure that your mindful self-care is in place. And it doesn't take a whole lot. I'm going to share a few elements of how I am personally preparing and how I'm working with my clients as well as the members of the Thriving Mindfully Academy. So for us, we're really focused on how the winter season that happens starting with the winter solstice in December, and it wraps up the day before the spring equinox in March. We're using the winter yin season. We're following traditional Chinese medicine's wisdom. And today I wanted to share a little bit about the water element that is a part of the yin energy of winter. The water element governs this season. It's feminine in power, and it guides you to your own inner wisdom. That wisdom can be called your inner voice, your intuition. Water invites you to slow down and flow and be at ease. And one of the best ways to do this is to practice being soft as fuck with yourself. Soft as fuck with yourself looks like you slowing down and offering yourself freedom today. That freedom can come with deep breathing. It can come with giving yourself space to listen to the sound of water. Maybe with music, maybe with a sound healing video or recording from YouTube or SoundCloud or one of these wonderful free resources online. Maybe it's spending time in nature by water. Maybe it is taking a bath or a shower. Maybe it is putting your hands or your feet in water. Maybe it's drinking water. But you get where I'm coming from. Connecting with water, that water element in your life, and allowing that water element to slow you down. And then watching how water flows and how you can imitate water by surrendering your ego and need to control what is or is not going to happen in your life by trusting the divine order of the divine universe and flowing and stepping into that ease that is your birthright. Surrendering to the flow of the divine order of the divine universe ain't always easy. However, when you're able to take a step in that direction, you begin to develop your trust muscle in the universe's power to work on your behalf and for your highest good. Now, one other thing that I wanted to mention about water is that it is associated with the emotion of fear. And let me tell you, I don't always like to embrace the water element because it brings up my shit. The winter season, being a water element season, can bring you in touch with your fears. And if this is happening to you, I want to invite you to look at fear as an invitation to practice and strengthen your courage to befriend what you're afraid of. One of the ways that you can do that is you can start by saying or writing or drawing or painting or collaging what you're afraid of. And then reading it, looking at it, acknowledging it, saying it out loud. The more that you acknowledge it, the less sting those fears have for you, because you're acknowledging the fear, you're looking at it. I'm not asking you to deal with it. I'm just asking you to identify it and acknowledge it. And in doing that, you begin the process of befriending your fear. You can take it a step further by asking each fear what it wants you to know and if it has lessons to help you grow. You can sit with what you learn from your fears, and you can also thank them for helping you to face everything that stops you from being amazing as the real you. I want to leave you with my acronym for fear, and I just said it. So fear is, the F is face, the E is everything that stops you from being what? A, amazing, as the R, real you. So fear is facing everything that stops you from being amazing as the real you. The other thing that you can do to connect with the water element during the winter yin season is to wear the colors of the water element. And those colors are black and blue. You can decorate the home or the office that you spend time in with blue and black accent pieces. Nurturing your connection to water helps you tap into the element in your body. When you look at your second chakra, which is the sacral chakra, that chakra is located in the lower belly and in your inner pelvis. It represents flow and flexibility, which helps you release, accept, change, and transform. Another way you can cultivate your connection to the water element is through the ocean breath. Now in yoga, we call the ocean breath the Ujjayi breath. It is a great way to bring calm to your body, to improve your concentration, and to release tension in the body. So I'm just going to walk you through how you can start to experience your ocean breath. First of all, try just getting comfortable with keeping your mouth closed as you inhale and exhale a few times through your nose. After you do that, tighten your throat to make a sound similar to a light snore as you inhale and exhale through your nose. So it's you hear my noise, right? That is allowing yourself to breathe in and out of your nose. That breath, as you slow it down, can really give you a sense of calm. You can tune in to the sound that you make with each inhale and exhale through the nose, and just go slow. You can be soft as fuck with yourself when you practice ocean breathing. That's right. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Notice the sound of the breath and give thanks for that ocean breath. Now, I want to tell you about my recent trip to Salvador da Bahia in Brazil. I decided that this year I was going to begin a new chapter in my life at 58 by preparing for my astrological new year that starts in March with the spring equinox, by going to the Yemanya festival. Yemanya festival is held on February 2nd every year in Salvador da Bahia. Why? Because Yemanya is a Yoruba goddess of the ocean, and she is celebrated as one of the most powerful goddesses in African spirituality. And in particular, she is honored in Brazil through the Candomblé religion, which is a derivation of the Yoruba religion. That may be a little bit too much for you, but hey, here it is. So I have had a relationship with Yemanya's energy and presence in my life since 1992, when she and the Yoruba river goddess Oshun showed up in my life and in my writing and in my art and my creativity. And over the years, they have guided me. They've been spiritual guides for me. So for a while now, I'd say for since the early 2000s, I've had it on my list to visit Salvador da Bahia and to participate in the Yemanya festival. But this year, I wanted to go because I wanted to spend time preparing with water, with the energy of water. And what better place to do it in than in Salvador da Bahia, Brazil? So I contacted my friend Ronell Perry, the founder of Afro Buenaventura Transformative Travel, and I booked his trip, and it was fabulous on a number of levels. But today I wanted to just talk about how being in Brazil, in Salvador da Bahia, for the festival of Yemanya, which we celebrated the 100th anniversary this year, how vital that was to bringing myself into a space of groundedness, making offerings to Yemanya, setting new intentions, spending time in the mornings at the beach, in the water, bathing in the water, baptizing myself in the water, and allowing the energy of Yemanya and Oshun and my other Orisha to speak to me through poetry, through messages, through drawings, through just the connection of being there. And I have to say that going to the sacred space and being present for the festival and making offerings and receiving readings and connecting with people and celebrating and diving deep into the beautiful Afro-Brazilian culture and music and food in Salvador, that I came home feeling renewed, restored, at ease, centered, relaxed, and able to flow with the energy of what is going on in my life. And that doesn't mean that everything is beautiful and perfect and, rosy and la 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 land. It just means that making that investment in my self-care by giving myself time and space near and in the water, the healing waters of Yemanya in Brazil, that I was able to breathe in what lessons I have been learning from my fears. I was able to really see them and go deeper in my practice of befriending them. I was able to look at, what do I need to do to prepare for this upcoming year? What's calling my name? And a big thing that is calling my name is a renewal of my creative expression in the public realm, to be a vessel through which I give birth to my creativity and I share it with the public. And I allow the creativity to be what it needs to be, that I flow, that I create with ease, that I express myself, and that I inspire and empower others to do the same in their lives through the art that I create, the words that I write, the poetry that I share, the books that I self-publish, just my creative being. And in the coaching that I do, both with creativity coaching, human design coaching, and life coaching, I am in process, preparing to bloom in spring by staying grounded in this winter season and making sure that my self-care is rooted in the water element and its wisdom. So, I wanted to just let you know that I've got a couple goodies coming up that I want you to listen to. So, stay tuned for the next messages, and I will see you next time. I want to offer you an opportunity to become a soft revolutionary with me in 2023. That's right, a soft revolutionary. A soft revolutionary is a person who is ready to make a commitment to slowing down and offering yourself freedom today by any means necessary. And you're going to be able to do that with my support at 3 different in-person events that I'm hosting in January, February, and March in DC. So let me tell you what's about to go down. On January 22nd and February 26th and March 26th at 2 to 3 p.m., I am hosting the first ever Soft as Fuck Sunday series at Key Kratom CBDT, located at 1517 U Street, Northwest in DC. And so the Soft as Fuck Sunday series is sacred space for you to meditate, reflect, journal, set intentions, and share in a safe space with my support and with a safe community that I am looking forward to leading. Join me by going to anandaleeke.com/soft to get your ticket. Your investment is $23. And we ask that you wear your mask during the event to keep everyone safe. See you at the Soft as Fuck Sunday series. So 2023 for me is a year about diving deep into the self. I am diving deep into myself, and I'm helping my clients in my coaching practice, as well as in the Thriving Mindfully Academy, to dive deeper into themselves so that they can trust and understand and know themselves from the inside out. And one of the ways that we're doing that is through this incredible gift that I was invited to explore 2 years ago during my own coaching sessions with my amazing coach, Marilyn Fontaine. That gift that I like to call the gift that keeps giving is human design. Human design is many things to many people. And I always like to ask people to define it for themselves, because it really is an invitation to experiment and practice with a system that was developed in 1987. And human design is a self-empowerment tool. And for me, I say that human design is a self-empowerment tool that shows you where and how to access your body's awareness and wisdom. And in doing that, you empower yourself to be present, well, and the real you in your life, relationships, and career. Really what it does is it helps you thrive mindfully. And like we like to say, it helps you embrace thriving mindfully as a heart-centered approach to just being. You are a human being, not a human doing. And so human design marries ancient wisdom systems, including the African science of astrology. I did say African because astrology was born in ancient Kemet, which is known as ancient Egypt. It marries the Chinese I Ching, the Hindu chakra system, and the Jewish Kabbalah, along with quantum physics. Now, I say that human design is a spicy gumbo that's made from a recipe that only you can enjoy. Your human design recipe gives you the ingredients you need to navigate your life and express your divine talents, skills, and potential. And these ingredients come in the form of some things that could sometimes confuse you. When you go to any human design website, you'll see this chart. It's a body graph, and you'll see numbers and shapes and astrological signs and planet signs, and it can look like a lot. And so with this body graph, you're able to see your human design type, also known as your human design aura. You're able to determine your strategy. There's 5 different energy types. I'm not trying to tell you all about them in one swoop, but there's an authority that helps you make decisions, make better choices in your life. There are profiles and centers and so much more. Now, one of the reasons why I'm sharing human design and taking a deeper dive into integrating it into the work that I do and helping to empower, inspire people just like you to show up as their real selves, is because it's been one of the most powerful experiences that I've had. It's really given my life greater meaning and has helped me look back at different parts of my life and get a better understanding for how I was making certain decisions and how I got to this point. Now, it took me a couple months to really breathe it all in when it was first introduced to me in 2021. one point it clicked in. And then I took a deep dive into understanding it for myself and then how I could use it in my business. And I took a couple of different courses with some human design teachers, and they introduced me to how to read a human design chart, how to support folks just like you who were new to human design, how to take my own understanding and open it up to inspire and empower you to get your own understanding, to practice it, and to get to know it by experimenting with it. Because that's the only way. You can read books, watch videos, hear podcasts, have someone tell you about it. But until you actually begin to experiment with it for yourself, then it doesn't really make a lot of sense for you. It's just up in your head. You gotta allow it to move into your body and allow it to move into your heart and your spirit. And so I have been able to show up stronger because of the human design. And in 2022, I started drawing my idea of what a human design chart looked like based on my features as an African American woman and my creativity. And when I started drawing my design, I started embodying it more. And it's something that I'm offering to folks that I coach, and I'm creating collages along with that. So I'm going to stop right there and just say that learning about and embodying my human design is a lifelong practice. It's magical, it's messy, it's mysterious, and it's meaningful. And it often feels like I'm in labor and I'm ready to give birth. That's why I turn to a coach to help me understand it. Because a coach held space for me and offered guidance and support. And that's what I'm doing now. And I call myself a human design doula because I'm holding space for you where you're able to feel safe, seen, and heard. And in creating this sacred and safe space, I'm offering you compassion, curiosity, clarity, and a commitment to your highest good. And I'm offering you guidance and support so that you can learn and use human design in the way that works best for you. Tune into what I have to say next to find how we might work together in you learning and integrating human design into your life, relationships, and career. One of the best ways to develop your own understanding of human design is by getting a reading, by getting a coaching session. And so that's what I'm offering as your human design doula. Go to anandaleeke.com/human design to learn how we can work together. Thanks for tuning in to the Thriving Mindfully podcast. If you're ready to be inspired and empowered with my coaching support, join me in the Thriving Mindfully Academy. Visit anandaleeke.com/academy. Now, if you're ready to dive deeper and move past your comfort zone with my one-on-one coaching program, book a discovery call with me today. Visit anandaleeke.com. If you need something juicy to read,
Check out my 3 mindfulness books, Love's Troubadours, a self-love and yoga-inspired novel, That Which Awakens Me, a mindful creativity memoir, and Digital Sisterhood, a mindful technology memoir. Go to anandaleeke.com/books. All of my books are available on amazon.com. Well, that about wraps us up. And as I always like to say, may we all continue to embrace thriving mindfully in everything that we think, feel, say, and do. See you next time.